all the pain and turn. Just believe in myself, won't rely on others. Death Battle Disagreement number 1. Knuckles versus Donkey Kong. Alright. So, Knuckles versus Donkey Kong. What do I have to say about this one? Well, first off, I disagree with this one about a 4 out of 5. I really think it's wrong. It just seemed they just missed out on a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, it's kind of understandable maybe because, you know, it's still one of the earlier death battles, so they still didn't have everything they need to, you know, do proper analysis. Alright. I should start with my first problem being the fact that Knuckles' intelligence was based off of Sonic Boom basically entirely. One of the reasons why they said he lost was because he's really dominant, playing to Donkey Kong's favor for being a lot stronger than him. But I do believe that Knuckles isn't as stupid as they say. Where should I start? Well, in episode 3 of Sonic X, Knuckles helped Sonic out by telling him a plan of how to defeat the robot by giving him the old slap on the wrist, which was just basically telling him to make the robot hit itself, and a pretty smart strategy if you ask me. Also in episode 13 of Sonic X, Knuckles hitched a ride. He snuck into the airplane to hitch a ride on the missile to get to Eggman's base. It's also a pretty smart idea, if you ask me. Unless the missile would kill you, which Knuckles wouldn't be worried about. But yeah, that's a pretty smart idea too. And then episode 17, he uses an object to stop the robot he's fighting to get from getting the Chaos Emerald. He kicks it and prevents the robot from getting it, since, you know, the robot's a far distance away. In that same episode, he also recognizes this device on the wall. Someone spying on him and his friend, and he uses that to his advantage by making him turn up the volume. And he knew he was going to turn up the volume because he told his friend to start speaking at a low volume so that the guy on the other end would try to listen in and, you know, turn it up. So after that, Knuckles yelled through the device, and that's a pretty smart move if you ask me. He also, what other smart things did he do? In one of the later episodes of Sonic X, he did this, made a enemy attack himself again. Yes, I took the screenshot from my phone. But yeah, he made this enemy attack himself too by punching himself in the face. And in Sonic, in episode 33, when Rouge is taking the Masked Emerald and is farther distance away from him, he punches a rock to send the pieces flying towards Rouge and knock her out of the air so he could catch up with her. So yeah, I really don't think Knuckles is that much of an idiot. Especially fighting wise, he thinks of all these strategies. The only thing that Knuckles really actually is stubborn, which kind of makes him seem stupid, but he's really not. And getting tricked by Eggman I don't really feel that makes Knuckles stupid by himself. Like, alone, just the fact that you're getting tricked by Eggman alone doesn't just make him stupid. Because Eggman's a genius with an IQ of 300. So, you know, getting tricked by a smart man doesn't necessarily make you stupid. Especially since everyone in the entire series has got tricked by Eggman at least once. The next thing is the strength between the two characters. Now, Knuckles was given a strength feat of 3.4 megatons, I do believe. And that's impressive. But it's not his strongest feat of strength. That would actually be the time he punched the moon. Now, I don't believe he moved the moon. And Death Battle made that clear that he most likely didn't move it. I never thought he did. But what he did do after punching the moon is make that small explosion that was visible from Earth. It is right over here, actually. I got that picture. Let's take a closer look at that. Alright, Sonic X episode 41. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's right there. I calculated that explosion to be 86 mile explosion. And you can get that distance yourself if you just take this small dot right here and spread it across the moon. It can be spread across at least 30 times. 30 divided by the length of the moon. Oh no, yeah. Or maybe 25 times. It's one or the other. But either way, it's about 86 mile explosion. And that is to make an explosion that big, he'd at least need to be punching with the force of 50 megatons. And that's because I got that because just the dissolved bomb made covered a radius of 24 miles. At least the smoke cloud did, and it was 50 megatons. And since Knuckles is way more than that, you'd at least have to have 50 megatons. I always underestimate my calculations just so that, you know, I'm always on there's always room for improvement instead of like finding a lower amount. I use the lowest possible amount. Yeah, so 50 megaton explosion, which isn't Donkey Kong's strongest attack. DK, the moon feat required like 1 gigaton of force, which is still stronger than Knuckles, but Donkey Kong's feat was done with the giant punch, which is a slow attack basically and requires charge up, so I feel it would be unlikely that Knuckles would even get hit by Donkey Kong's strongest hit. Now even if you take out the strength that he gets from that, Donkey Kong would still likely be stronger than Knuckles, unless I really calculated extra low with the explosion. So like if Donkey Kong was a normal attack from Donkey Kong would only be 10%, he'd still be hitting with 100 megatons of TNT. Or if he's like 1/2, it'd be like 500 megatons. So yeah, Donkey Kong's still likely stronger, but here's the thing about that. The durability of both the characters. I looked for the durabilities myself, and neither of them have durability that can withstand the other's attacks. So basically what I'm saying is, Knuckles and Donkey Kong can both kill each other in one hit. So the durability doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters with that is... Or should I say the strength doesn't really matter. Since both of them can kill each other in one hit, it doesn't matter who's stronger. What matters is who hits first. And Knuckles is faster than Donkey Kong. He dodges bullets on a regular, keeps up with Sonic, also dodges missiles, stuff like that. Knuckles is way faster than Donkey Kong. So Knuckles would basically always get that first hit in. And so I feel Knuckles would definitely win more often than not. Now in the case that even if Donkey Kong had some durability feat to kinda keep up with the 50 megatons of TNT, Knuckles also has the Shuffle Claws, which at first you'd think it's just used for digging, but the fact that they're very sharp claws means that Knuckles could hit as hard as he does, but make the pressure per square inch, make the PSI a lot smaller, so that Donkey Kong would have less of a chance to actually survive the hit. You know, it's a piercing attack, and getting hit by that is a lot different than getting hit with a blunt force. So that could definitely help Knuckles win the battle a lot easier. Not to mention he has mild fire creating abilities. He can summon lightning and rocks, and those are things that could help him win the battle even easier than that. While Donkey Kong has the same abilities, but they're all close range attacks. Like besides he has the Thunderclap, which is used in Mario Striker's charge, his Mega Strike. He claps the ball with lightning, and he also does the hot claps from Super Smash Brothers. It's one of his custom moves where he makes fire erupt from the ground, but it can only hit relatively close to Donkey Kong. While Knuckles' attacks have range, the lightning, his Thunder Arrow attack, can hit from at least 10 meters away, because in the story mode, when you fight Knuckles with Rouge, his attack can hit you from anywhere in the battlefield, and that's at least a distance of, well, the height is a lot higher than 30 meters. My main thing here was that Knuckles isn't as stupid as he seems, and the fact that since both of them can kill each other in one hit, the speed is what matters the most, and not the fact that Donkey Kong is a little bit stronger than him. Okay, well, what was that? Max feats about 100 times stronger than him. At the strongest punches, it's about 100 times stronger than Knuckles, unless I, like I said, underestimated him by a whole lot. I mean, if someone wants to actually calculate how strong that explosion would be, that would help out a lot in determining who's actually stronger, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, the faster opponent wins in this round, and that's Knuckles. He's gonna win more often than not. Now, the reason why I agree with this only a 4 out of 5 is because Donkey Kong can still kill Knuckles in one hit. So it's still possible that Donkey Kong could win the battle. But Knuckles would come out on top most of the time, and that's just the main point here. Like, if Death Battle does this nowadays, they usually point out that they're trying to figure out who would win most often. And they sometimes give out a number out of 100. If Knuckles and Donkey Kong, I feel like Knuckles would win 75% of the time, or 60% of the time, something like that. Donkey Kong would win 25 to 40% of the time.